Hello, welcome to Etopedia World, and this is the part 2 of pollination. Again, pollination is the act of transferring pollen grains from the male anther of a flower to the female stigma. And the usually goal of every living organism, especially plants, is to create offspring for the next generation. For the cross-pollination, we have the plant needs a vector or a pollinator or the wind to get the pollen to another flowers of the same species. It also called as allogamy and occurs when pollen is delivered from the stamen of one flower to the stigma of a flower on another plant of the same species. Plants adapted for cross-pollination have several mechanisms to prevent self-pollination. The reproductive organs may be arranged in such a way that self-fertilization is unlikely, or the stamens and carpels may mature at different times. Cross-pollination have usually adopted in several mechanisms to prevent self-pollination, and to such reproductive organs may be arranged in such a way that self-fertilization is unlikely, or the stamens of the carpels may mature at different times. As you can see in the image, we have here the cross-pollination. As you can see from the first part, the bee is transferred to the second plant. Cross-pollination is to promote and increase genetic diversity. Plants have evolved a wide variety of sexual strategies to attract pollinators and spread pollens from one flower to another of the same species. Anthers open one flower and a vector insects, wind, or animals move pollen to stigma of another flower, and pollinators may visit several flowers on one plant or may visit several flowers of the same species on a few different plants. Some plants have evolved to have self-incompatibility mechanism to avoid self-pollinations. A physiological barrier makes it difficult or impossible of a flower to fertilize itself, even though it may have been abundantly pollinated with its own pollen. As we could discuss in the previous video, cross-pollination also have advantages and disadvantages. For advantages of cross-pollination, we have the number of plants are self-sterile, that is, the pollen grains cannot complete growth on the stigma of the same flower due to mutual inhibition or incompatibility, and many cruciferous solanneous plants and several plants are prepotent, that is, pollen grains of another flower germinate more readily and rapidly over the stigma than the pollen grains of the same flower. Next advantage, in this case, such plants of economic interest give higher yield only if their biotic pollinators like bees are available along with plants of different varieties of descent, though even every other input like adequate irrigation, fertilizers, or cultural care might have been already provided, such as sunflower, safflower, mustard, cucurbits, almond, cloves, apple, pear, and related pomaceous plants. For the second advantage, cross-pollination introduce genetic recombinations and hence variation in the progeny. The third one, cross-pollinations also increases the adaptability of the offspring towards changes in the environment. Fourth, it makes the organisms better fitted in the struggle for existence. Fifth, the plants produced through cross-pollination are more resistant to disease. Next, cross-pollinations, the seeds produced are usually larger and the offspring have characteristics better than the parent due to the phenomenon of hybrid figure. New and more useful varieties can be produced through cross-pollination. The detective characteristic of the race are eliminated and replaced by better characters. Yield never falls below an average minimum. Next, let's discuss the disadvantage of the cross-pollination. First, it is highly wasteful because plants have to produce a larger number of pollen grains and other accessory structures in order to suit the various pollinating agencies. A factor of change is always involved in cross-pollination, and it is less economical. Some undesirable characteristics or characters may creep in the race. The very good characters of the race are likely to be spoiled. So that is the advantage and disadvantage of the cross-pollination. So you can differentiate the difference between the self-pollination and the cross-pollination. On the part 3 of this video, we're going to discuss about the agent of pollination. So kindly watch it and learn more from Wikipedia World.